Brad Montgomery from bradmontgomery.com wanted to tell you about Ultimate Control. Holy cow, this is the bad boy you want. I love it so much I asked Brian if he would like me to do a video. He said, yes, here I am. I've owned them all. I started 20 plus years ago with a cassette player and a remote control from Radio Shack. I went through Showtech, which I loved, but kind of pricey. I went through IQ2, which I liked. And I went through a whole bunch of iPad and iPod applications, which I didn't like. The reason why is they didn't give you total confidence that what you had was going to work. And I'd forgotten how awesome that total control was until my very first show using this, where I reached down and I clicked it and it was perfect. So there's a lot of the buttons that you kind of push and you hope and you push and you look to the little receiver to see if the thing changes color and you're hoping it's right and you push it again and you wonder if you pushed it hard enough or long enough or whatever. Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating. This is back the way it ought to be. Just you push it and it works. Now, I'm going to tell you what I think Brian would tell you. This is kind of clunky, this MP3 player. It's not quite as sweet and as slick as an iPod. It's not as easy to use as iTunes. But the benefit of that is this is disassociated with Apple and Windows, which means they can update all their crap all they want. They can update their software all they want. They can update their hardware all they want. I got this, and I know this works. So I was trying to be current and cutting edge, and something's got to work with my iPad. I don't think that's the way to do it. I think it's to go backwards and say, what is something that is not going to update until Brian updates it? What's not going to update until the guy who's in charge chooses to change it? That's what I want, because I want something I can count on. So that's why I love this. But the reason I'm ecstatic about this is the clicker, the remote. It's radio frequency, it's not Bluetooth. Bluetooth, it's just not ready for prime time, and it doesn't have the distance you want. It disconnects when you go to the restroom before you, because I'm in big ballrooms. If you leave or you go up to your room because you forgot something and you come back down, your watch is disconnected. This isn't that way, it's radio. Also, it's got awesome big buttons, and this last one I love, it's tactile. That click, I love that. None of these soft buttons. This has got I feel it and I click it and I know it's there. So, what can I tell you? It's $400. I have spent thousands of dollars throughout my career trying to figure out how to, what is the next thing for music. And I'm telling you, this thing, which is a slight step backwards in some ways, because it's not as slick, is a huge step forward because it's lightweight. It's pretty, this thing's not going to break. And it fits, it's tiny in my case compared to some other stuff I've owned. And the bottom line, I'm just confident. What is that worth to you? You're so busy doing all the things and talking and moving and manipulating. Last thing in the world you want is to push the button and wonder if it's going to work. We want to just practice and rehearse and push it and know it's there because we got it. All right, one last thing to say. Brian, he's a good guy. He was giving me support before I bought it. I was literally in the plane playing with this, going to my first gig with it, and then I had a question really, because I was an idiot, and I emailed him from the cab, and he answered me. He answered me before I got back to the hotel, so I could work on it. And the next morning when I did it, it was on. That's crazy customer service. That's what I want. I want to know the guy who makes this thing, and I want to be friends with him. And honestly, I want to support him because it's that good. All right. Call me, look me up through bradmontgomery.com if you want to talk through it, but I'm going to tell you, buy this thing. Thanks, Brian. Really nice job. I can't tell you how cool it is to have that confidence again. Thanks.